Hello everyone, Shroomraver here, and today I'm excited to be bringing you my 6th game in the CCL, the Chuck E. Cheese League. Yes indeed. Now, as you may know, the order of these games has been a little bit messed up, but this week I do have what was supposed to be my actual Week 6 game. I know, amazing. Yeah, we've got our actual Week 6 game, and this is going to be against the Roger Rabbit, Roge himself, and the Denver Bronzongs. His links, as ever, with everyone else, my opponents down in the description below. Make sure you check them out. Now, his team, the Denver Bronzongs, is very threatening, has undergone absolutely no changes since the start of the season. So, let's have a look and see what he can choose from. So, his team, Denver Bronzongs, Thunderous Incarnate, Starmie, Lucario, Amoonguss, Infernape, Magnezone, Braviary, Slowking, Crocodile, Bronzong, and the Mega Pinsir. So, very offensive, a lot of threats on this team. Very dangerous setup sweepers going on there. You've got the likes of Thunderous Incarnate, Mega Pinsir, Infernape, of course. And then you've got this kind of bulky offense going on with the likes of Slowking, Regen Core, Slowking and Amoonguss. That's always tough to take down. Excuse me. Bit of a cough. But we're going to see if we can take on this team. So, the team I decided to bring. We have got, first up, Rotom-H, Choice Scarfed, Modest Nature, Overheat, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Hidden Power, Ice. You're going to see a fair amount of fire offense on this team because he's got those 3 steel types, those being Lucario, Magnezone, and Bronzong. He's got a Mega Pinsir, who is a big old threat. He's got an Amoonguss, part of Regen Core, that I want to be taking down as soon as possible. And a lot of things that get hit neutrally by fire, other than the Starmie, the Infernape, and looking down the Slowking. So there's going to be a lot of fire offense going on my team with coverage to take those threats down as well. Thunderbolt and Volt Switch do that very nicely for me, and we've got Hidden Power Ice, which is it's there for something. I'm not really sure what it's there for. Possibly the Crocodile, you know, and to be able to hit Pinsers on the Switch if it's Mega. So yeah, Rotom-H, Scarf, hopefully going to be putting in the work. Then we have Klefki. And yeah, I had to bring Klefki against Roge because he had it last season, he really wanted it again. This season I sniped it from him. We've got physically defensive Klefki here, Spikes, Thunder Wave, Dazzling Gleam, and Hidden Power Fire. All very standard looking stuff. Spikes are going to be very nice against his team. He's got Starmie as his spinner, and his only other form of hazard removal looking at his team I think is Braviary, who is, you know, hardly the most reliable of them. And you don't want to be running Rapid Spin on Starmie every single week, but he's pressured to run removal of some description, with the likes of Thunderous Incarnate on his team, Infernape switching in and out with U-Turn, Mega Pinsir of course with the quad weakness to rocks, and Braviary as well. So he's pressured into running Spin, and he's probably going to want to against the team that I have with the likes of Klefki. Physically defensive, going to be taking hits hopefully. I guess that's pretty much the only thing to go with. It's a nice answer to Mega Pinsir as well. If nothing else, it is at least a check to it. I'm not packing the Magnet Rise, but he might be fearing that on Earthquake Mega Pinsir. Then we have Seismitoad. This is a specially defensive Toad, all very standard stuff with the leftovers. Stealth Rock, Scald, Toxic, and Knockoff. It's a sassy nature, I think. Yeah, knock items off, get burns, you know. He's got nothing that particularly appreciates a Scald. Starmie is going to be his best bet, and potentially that Amoonguss. But I hope to have an answer to Amoonguss in the form of my Crobat. 4th member of the team is going to be Crobat. We have got a Safety Goggles Crobat right here, to hopefully switch into those spores from the Amoonguss. Brave Bird, Heat Wave, Roost, and U-Turn. Heat Wave, as I say, it's fire offense for those steel types that otherwise Crobat doesn't particularly enjoy taking on. Max attack, 120 special attack, 136 speed, with plus speed nature. It outspeeds everything it needs to, and it can hit as hard as possible. With maximized attack, that's what we're going to be mainly attacking off. Then we have Azelf. Azelf is here with a set I'm really looked forward to using in this battle. Salakberry Nasty Plot with Thunderbolt, Fire Blast, and Hidden Power Ice. Max special attack, max speed, Timid. Yeah, that coverage is really good against the entirety of his team, pretty much. And if I can pop that Salakberry, and you know the Mega Pinsir certainly is gone, then we'll be in a really nice position unless he's packing priority on that Infernape. you know, he could be bringing Scarf Crook, that would be a problem. But yeah, things die to this guy. Things really do. I don't think Braviary gets quick attack. It might do. But yeah, Azelf, big sweeper late game if I can get rid of his priority. And finally we have the Aegislash. This is going to be max HP, max attack, weakness policy, Sacred Sword, Rock Slide, Shadow Sneak and the King's Shield. Very standard stuff. It is a pretty nice check to the Mega Pinsir once again. It'll take almost any one given hit, pop the weakness policy and start hitting really hard. So yeah, that's my team. I've gone on a bit longer than I would normally, I think, on that. Looking at Roger's, he's brought the Crocodile, Bronzong, Infernape, Thunderous Incarnate, Starmie and the Mega Pinsir, so the offensive threats are here, and the Bronzong. No Regen Core, no Amoonguss, so the safety goggles on Crobat are not going to be particularly useful. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the team I've brought against the team he's got, so without any further ado, let's get right into the battle, see exactly how things played out. So, I'm going to be leading with Rob Van Dam, because Frog Splash. The Sinusoid, in comes the Crook, gets the Intimidate. And first turn, I'm going to over-predict. I predict him to switch out. He's going to go for Knockoff and do huge damage, over half, not happy with that kind of damage. And I'm just going to go for a Knockoff of my own. Get rid of the Scarf, which is nice, but it's an over-prediction. And here, I'm just thinking he's going to switch up his moves, because Knockoff won't take me out. I feel like an Earthquake's going to be coming my way. So I go into Crobat to try and take that, but he just goes straight for another Knockoff. And again, monumental damage that I am not happy about. So I'm like really on the back foot here. But because he's not Scarfed, I will be able to outspeed, go for the U-turn, get some nice damage. And I kind of have to sack something to him here early game, and that unfortunately is going to be my Seismitoad, who's at too low of health to take any hit from anything anyway, so I might as well let it go and try and get myself back into this game now. So what I'm going to do is bring in Azelf, and now I'm not going to be setting up here, there's no point, I'm just going to go straight for Hidden Power Ice with his Scarf gone outspeed, and that is Crocodile down, and Azelf is looking nice. So what's he going to do? He's going to bring in his Bronzong here, but I have coverage to hit this, and I'm just going to go straight for it. Fire Blast absolutely nails this Bronzong, doing almost 2/3 of its health. He is going to get up his rocks, you know, my Crobat is dead on switching if I have the Defog, which I don't. So that's good for him, rocks are pretty much there to stay as Bronzong goes down to the next Fire Blast. Now, he's going to be bringing in his Starmie. This absolutely screams Choice Scarf, but if he's Choice Scarfed, I live a hit. So he goes for Hydro, I live, down to very little health, and I'll pop my Salac Berry, which is fantastic. I'm going to be able to go for Thunderbolt here, and not kill the Starmie, but because of that Salac Berry, I am going to take him out the next turn with a subsequent Thunderbolt. That's Starmie down, and that's a third KO for Azelf, finally doing what I really wanted it to get out of it this season. But I'm dead on switching, Pinsir comes in, there's nothing I can really do about him going for a quick attack right about now. So he's going to Mega Up, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Go for the quick attack, and that is going to be my big threat Azelf down, but Azelf has taken out half his team, and I'm really happy with that. Now what I can do is bring in Aegislash, shout out to Skyrim with that nickname. Now, he thinks he can take any hit, I guess, he's going to set up with Swords Dance, but I'm not going to be messing around here, I'm just going to go straight for the Rock Slide. And remember when he had a Mega Pinsir? Yeah, good times. Down goes the Mega Pinsir, straight up O-code by Rock Slide, and that's a KO for Aegislash. Now, in comes Infernape. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking he could be setting up here. But what I'm going to do is hope that he isn't. I'm going to go into Crobat to sack it off to get a free switch into something to deal with this Infernape. But my fears are confirmed, and Roger's going to go for the nasty plot, and this is bad news bears. My real chance here is to go into Klefki. I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave and just hope and pray he does not have a Lumberry. I go for Thunder Wave, we land it, he has a Lumberry, and he's going to go for Fire Blast. And he's going to take me, except he misses. Huge moment in the game. He misses his Fire Blast. This is going to allow me to get another Thunder Wave off onto this Infernape. So now he's paralysed for good, and add insult to injury, he is going to get fully paralysed here. What that allows me to do is get a little bit more chip damage with the Dazzling Gleam before he does eventually break through paralysis, land his Fire Blast, and take down my Klefki. But Klefki's done enough now, the groundwork has been laid, and now what I can do is late game bring in Oven the Terrible, my Choice Scarf Rotom, and just lock in on Thunderbolt. That's what I'm going to do. Down goes the Infernape, very frail of course. So all he has left is this Thunderous. Now I can't take this thing out in one hit, he certainly can't take me out in one. So he's going to go for the Prankster Nasty plot just to set up as much as he can. I am going to go for the Thunderbolt here. It is a clean 2-hit KO, but he has a Citrus Berry. Very nice build on his part. Now it just comes down to, can he take me out? I go for Thunderbolt, he lives with the Sliver, he goes for his own Thunderbolt, and we just about live. We just about live, which is fantastic. Gonna go for the Thunderbolt after that, take out the Thundurus, down he goes, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the game. So, great game there, Roge. Thank you very much for the battle. I was really happy that I managed to call the Klefki, learn Klefki taunt, because I was sort of taunting him about not getting it. Yeah, good battle. We were off to a hairy start with that Crocodile really causing us problems. But Azelf able to claw us back some momentum, and then Rotom with the finishing touches at the end. Now, yes, hacks played a part in that one, of course it did. You know, Ethan was in the chat and he was like, why did you just press the hacks button? What are you doing? I was like, I'm blaming you, you're here. You're lucky and bad, it's your fault. But yeah, the hacks on the Infinite really was quite big. You know, whether Rotom would have been able to do it after that anyway, is debatable. If nothing else, it probably would have been a 1-0 if I'd have managed to keep on winning this game. If he hadn't got hacked out, it probably would have been, if I'd have won after that, it would have been a 1-0, not a 2-0. I'd have had to rely, I think I was packing priority on Egg Slash, I can't actually remember. But yeah, actually I can probably check that. I can check that right now. Let's find out if I was packing priority on the Egg Slash. I was. There you go, I was packing priority, so that's all good. Yes, a nice, useful win, a 2-0 in our favour. Those last couple of games, Rotom has been really clutch for me. But yeah, what that does, after 6 games, that puts Parasect Germain in the CCL at 5-1, which is a really nice record to have. But, you know, the games don't get any easier. Next time we'll be playing against a team that has gone through a few managerial changes. Started out as Joe's team. He stepped back from the league early on into his tenure. His role was taken over by Nick Superblar, renamed to the Boston Red Sox. But of course, he is a very beating man himself with GBA, so he's subsequently had to take a step back. And interim manager Shadow Mike will be taking over management of that team. Not someone I know very well. Not someone whose game style I particularly know, but it's going to be interesting. That'll be our next battle, going up hopefully in the next couple of days. But as for this one, it's over, a 2-0 win for us. Once again, thank you to Roger for the battle. His link's down in the description below. Sorry for the hacks, my friend. But you take wins how you can in this league. So that's pretty much going to wrap things up for me. I've rambled on for far too long. So thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed, and I guess with that, I'll see you next time. Laters.